Georgia's 14th congressional district is holding a special election today to fill the House seat left vacant, of course, by former Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. More than a dozen candidates are running to replace her. Now, this includes Republicans Clay Fuller, who has secured the president's endorsement, and former State Senator Colton Moore. Now, the most well-known Democrat in the race is Sean Harris. He's a retired Army brigadier who previously challenged Marjorie Taylor Greene in 2024. CBS News congressional reporter Taurean Small is on Capitol Hill for us. So kind of paint the picture. What should we know about today's election and the candidates running?
Yeah, Kelly, this would be a true test of President Donald Trump's endorsement. Clay Fuller, like you mentioned there, receiving that endorsement pretty early on. It was the beginning of February when President Trump threw his weight behind him in this race. Despite it's quite crowded, I believe about 12 Republicans are running for this seat, including, as you put on the screen there, a state senator who also received backing from other people in the political sphere, obviously not as important as the president. But Sean Harris is truly one to watch here. He did have a bid in 2024 against Marjorie Taylor Greene. That was, of course, unsuccessful. But in the aftermath of that, we have seen him raise quite a bit of money, $4 million, and that's quite outpacing everyone else in the running. But with about 20 people, just under 20 people running for the same seat, it's going to be tough to really get ahead and secure the victory here, which is why we're expecting voters to come back out to the polls later next month, Kelly.
All right. So, Taurean, Marjorie Taylor Greene was, of course, a firebrand MAGA supporter who left office after a public rift with the president. How much does that color this election, if at all? I mean, are the people, I mean, he's endorsed Clay Fuller. My guess is that he's in lockstep and a vocal supporter of President Trump. But is there a middle ground for a Republican who might perhaps not be completely all in, but is still like John Cornyn? We've been talking about this with Senator John Cornyn in Texas, right? This guy is 99% of the time voting with everything President Trump does, but he's not the most vocal supporter. So during his primary, Trump didn't endorse him. Are we looking at a situation like that here in Georgia where there might be somebody who's just as equally talented, but perhaps not all in on MAGA?
Yeah, I think what's interesting about that question, Marjorie Taylor Greene had some notable spats with the president going into her reelection. It obviously wasn't as vocal or as fiery as it was during the latter end of her tenure, but that was still something that still secured her reelection. And her constituents knew that even after she announced her retirement, she had a town hall in Rome where she had quite a few supporters still backing her. Whether or not that'll play in this particular race is a different question because, again, Donald Trump won that district by about 30-something points in 2024. He is still quite popular there to voters, especially Republican voters. So it's unlikely that we'll see a more moderate candidate than Greene come forward as the victor here. It's still going to be advantageous for any candidate that's a Republican to want to get at the rub or close to Donald Trump because more name recognition under the president is obviously more helpful in trying to get across to as many constituents as possible.
So then, Taurean, read the tea leaves for us. I won't hold you to it if you're wrong, but is it likely then that we are going to see the president's endorsement go to the victor here?
Yeah, bold prediction here. I'm just going to read the crystal ball. I think we're going to see a runoff election in April. And again, it's about 20 people running here. You got to get 50% of the vote in order to win this seat. It's just unlikely that'll happen no matter how popular the president's endorsement may be. And also, again, we can't discount the fact that Sean Harris, the Democrat in this race, is picking up quite a bit of momentum. It's likely what will happen after this. The DCCC will throw quite a bit of money behind his race, even more money into this already expensive race because of what he's raised so far.
All right, you heard it here first. Taurean Small, thank you.